The river is way high. But that's not going to stop me. So you better lace your boots up. We're getting in the truck. We're firing up our engines. We're going on a road trip. To destinations unknown. Scoping every roadside, every nook and cranny. Finding the strange things. So get your packs. Get your coffee ready. I'm taking you down a broken trail to treasures unknown. On this special Tuesday edition of the Rockhound channel. And welcome back, you guys, to the Rockhound channel. William here, and we are at a decent spot that has produced some very beautiful specimens. Yes, today we are going to be on a dual mission. We're going to go ahead and check out a spot that has produced a little bit of gold and some absolutely beautiful, gorgeous stones. So let me get on down here and I'll show you the rest here in just a moment. Oh, finally. Oof, that's quite a little trek. Welcome back, guys. So, on today's edition, we're going to go ahead and we're in the deep into the Baraboo Hills, and we are checking out some old dry creek beds that I know has produced some decent stone that I have polished in the past. I'm hoping today they find a couple pieces. And later on, show those to you guys, all finished on our beautiful lapidary machine. With a little hope, we'll find something. And on top of that, this place also is known to have a little bit of gold in it. There's something funny about these hills. All the alluvial glacial drop that's happened here along the way. It's done something phenomenal in these hills, as you can tell. Lots of glacial drop all along me. Beautiful, nice, and different kinds of stones that could very well carry gold-bearing minerals. And that's what we're going to do today, is we're going to hunt down both those and some pretty ones like this. So, stick tight, guys. I got to catch my breath. I'll see you guys down that way. Alright, that was a heck of a crawl. So, I wanted to show you guys a little bit of what we're looking at here. I have an exposed hillside here. A big old washout happened here. Probably during the last couple of years. I haven't been back here in almost, oh gosh, I don't know, almost 13 or so years since I've been here. So I'm gonna see what's all up and along on this hillside. I'm gonna meet you guys right around the bend. Alright, boy oh boy, I didn't get too far. Look what I just discovered. Alright, so if you look up, it's a gradual slope. Goes up like this. But if you look how the sides are all washed out up along here, it all cones in right about in here. So I think what I'm going to do is grab all this, get that in a bucket, and take that home. We're going to go ahead and take that, run that on the gold cube, and then we're going to go to another destination. I kind of figured I wasn't going to get as far as I wanted to, but that's okay. This is going to be for another day anyway. So, oh, look at that one. Ooh, that's pretty. That one's gorgeous. That's coming home. Oh yes, that's coming home. That's some pretty stuff. You'd be amazed what these mundane rocks look like after you cut them on a saw. And this one looks like it's promising. All right, guys, let me get to digging, and then I'll meet you guys at the next location. All right, guys, that's one full bucket. We're going to go ahead and throw that here on the pack and get that booger on down the road, and we'll see you guys at my next little honey hole just down the trail. Oh. So, the Baraboo Hills are absolutely unique compared to anywhere else that I've personally been. I've taken Bransel on a few of these trips. Billy Goatin, I'll tell you what, he's always left surprised every time. This ain't nothing new to me. I come across stuff like this all the time. There's one in here that just blew my mind. I'm going to show that to you guys here as soon as I find a spot to get it wet. So hang tight, guys. I'll be right back. Oh, fun fact. So, most of you who are locals in the Wisconsin area have probably read in your school books and whatnots in the libraries of how most of this area and we're at. Oh, I should have dug right here. That's really deep. Anyways, most of this area was carved out by the glaciers. And you'd be right. Almost all of it was. That was a massive glacier that went through here. But there are just some times where there comes a rock or stone or part of the bedrock in itself that tells and paints a unique picture. And what do I mean by that? Well, everyone knows Van Heist Rock. And the area there near, oh, sorry about that, y'all. Get myself up. I'm gonna pull for this. Anyway, near Rock Springs. Well, we're not too far from there. But anyway, that area is very interesting. If you look at the rock, you'll see that there's a huge basaltic dike in it. Huge basaltic dike. And it is very, very unique. It paints a story of how at one point this area, and areas like it, had a volcanic past. I'll get into that once I get up out of this hole. Alright, we made it to our next location. So we are approximately 1.5 miles from where I last stopped. It's getting dark out. So we're going to quick end our rock hunting. I did find some cool ones, and I got a few in my pack too. This guy was buried up in there. I love finding quartz pieces. They are just so neat. And I found this guy. Look at that in the light. We're going to take that home. Oh, maybe I might be able to get it right here. Let's take a look here. Ooh, there we go. Look at that. Absolutely stunning rings. Can you imagine that polished? I think that's what we're going to do with that booger. We're going to polish that. And then I found this. I thought that was absolutely stunning. This here has got iron and it's sandstone composite. We're going to go ahead and take a look at that with the jeweler's loop back at home. Found this gorgeous heavy munker. This guy here appears to be possibly moissanite or some kind of heavy mafic material or well, you know what I mean. Anyway, this area here is known for a lot of these kind of stones. They're all over the place. We might just crush that. I'm not sure yet. And we got this guy. I was looking at this with the jeweler's loop. I saw me some tiny little bits in there. So this guy is a crusher. I see a lot of formica and other stuff in there. And I got a big heavy one in my pack that's killing me right now. I've been lugging him for almost a mile. So we're going to go ahead, take that up to the truck. We're going to take these home. We're going to have a gander at some of these. And I think, don't know, but I think might have just found me something super unique down here. And I'm thinking this is jasper of some sort. So we'll have a gander at this in a little bit. We're going to grab a little bit of this stuff that's just down below this rock, as it appears it all got washed up from there. So we're going to hunt this down and get ourselves some of it. So I'll meet you guys back at the shop in just a moment. Whew. All right, guys. I went ahead and did some panning on that before I did any digging on it. Wasn't much in there. I had maybe 2 or 3 colors. That really busted my hump doing this. So we're gonna get up out of here. Whew. Get back to the truck. Yeah, a good drink of water. And I'll see you guys back at the shop. Oof. All right, we got some awesome goodies up in here. Oh, I can't wait. We also have 1 full bucket of amazing stuff that I dug up. Heavy heavies. This stuff looks super rich. A lot of nice clay in there. And it feels like I got a glimpse of something else in there. Oh, I can't wait to see what's here. All right, guys. Let's get in the truck. Let's get some water. We're going to the shop. Yay, I'm almost to Portage. Whew. Traffic there in Bootown was nuts. Oh, everything is super high there too. The barrel is just obnoxiously high. Oh, in places I passed it, it was insane. It's kind of low here, but in other places, oh. All right, I'm gonna go hit me the interstate here and get out of these nasty clothes. Oh, I'm full of mud. All right, home sweet home. Sweet. Oh, man, am I glad to be back in town. That traffic was insane. That terrain was insane. So, we're just about around the corner, and I will see you guys real soon. Oh, it feels great to be back. I got a shower in me. I feel more like a human being. Whew, I would have lost you down there for sure, baby girl. Holy cats. That was a heck of an adventure, guys. Oh, that's changed so much in the last 12 to 13 years. But it was worth it. We got a bunch of nice, awesome rocks out of it. I got this amazing, beautiful bucket right here. And we're hoping, fingers crossed, we got some beautiful clays in here. And, oh, I can't wait. So we're going to go ahead and take a moment. I'm going to grab some more coffee over here. Get everything set up. We're going to straighten this all out. And take a look at those stones that are up in here. There's quite a few up in this. And then we're going to get it all cleaned up over here at the Gold Cube. So don't go anywhere, guys. We'll be right back. I'll see you at the Gold Cube. Alright, guys. I had to put these guys out on the table real quick. I'll show you some of the ones that I absolutely adore out of these. And one of them in particular is this guy. Look at that in the light. That is so super cool. We're going to probably hit this one. I'm thinking I'm going to hit this with that shortwave UV light. I'm almost certain this is going to do something very unique. Oh, I hope so. This guy is super cool. So all this is a piece of sandstone. In there, it looks like there's several rings. You can see the iron. And it goes all the way to the very dead center of it. That is so super cool. I don't think I've ever found anything like that quite over at the Wisconsin River. So this is certainly going to be a conversation piece right over there with the rest of them. Then we got ourselves, remember I was telling you about those oddballs? Well, we got one. This is one of them. Look at that. This here is a piece of quartzite. And this was up inside the dirt that I was digging in that hole. I couldn't believe it. So I went ahead and I had me a brush in the bag and I quick brushed this up in the water just to get it to clean up real nice. And I was seeing all sorts of white clays that were coming up out of there. It took a bit. Then the purple started popping out of there. God, I hope you guys can see it. That is so super cool. All the purple little crystals and jibby jobbies in there. I can't wait to look at this a little closer with the jeweler's loop to see what we got in there. Now this spot, about 12 or so years ago, I went out there and it was super heavy rains that came the night before, and it just made a huge washout in there. Tons of material started coming up down through that area, and I was up there. I think it was with Brandon that day. Yeah, I think Brandon stayed back over towards the cul-de-sac, the thing, and he was out there panning, I believe. I gotta remember that. But anyways, so I was down that way a ways and discovered a huge chunk of copper. It had malachite in there, it had azurite in there, and like I said, something so super random, something like this. I mean, it was just like, wow, I couldn't believe that. So I went there and I hunted super hard again this time around. And unfortunately, I didn't see any copper. I didn't bring a detector this time, but that's all right. We'll be hitting that up here soon enough in the next episode or two. Here's another one that I thought was super cool. Remember I was saying there was something strange about that area in a volcanic fashion? Yeah, that's nothing like you'd see in a grill. That certainly appears to be some sort of hardened lava. I'm going to wash this up real careful, like, again, look it over with the jeweler's loop to determine what we have here. This guy is kind of cool. Found this pretty close to where this guy was, and it was buried in there pretty good. You can see all the iron that's in there. Super, super neat. Oh, this guy's going to be a good crusher, too. If I don't end up adding it with the rest of these guys up there on the display case. We're building it up slowly. Then we got ourselves a good crusher here. This is that one I was talking about earlier. And I believe in my jeweler's loop, I saw tiny little bits buried in with this formica that might just be gold, or it could very well be pyrite. I don't know. You can always get a mixed bag when it comes down to certain stones like these. Then we got this cool stuff, and I believe this is picture jasper, our version of it. So I may take this to the slab saw, get a decent flat piece, and run this up on our lapidary machine and see how well she comes out to a beautiful polish. And then there is our unique volcanic rock. God, I wish I could think of the proper scientific term. It eludes me right now. But this guy is so super dense, and I bet this thing's got some super tight crystals in there if we were to bust this up. And I guarantee, just by the heavy weight of this, there's probably some gold in here. Let's hope. So we're going to go ahead, hold off on this. I'll show you guys more about these in a bit. We're going to probably, once again, hit that with the shortwave UV light. But right now, we're going to get after that bucket, get her washed up over here on our table, and it's off to the gold cube. All right, you guys, we're all finally set up over here. So we got our bucket over here. We're going to turn around and use our 1/8 inch classifier. We're going to go ahead and carefully go through all of these rocks and stones. They're all going to go up in here. I'll carefully look them over once we're all said and done. So let's get our stuff all washed up out of this muck, huh? All right, let's get her done. And of course, into my second and third scoop, I'm looking and looking. You can believe this. Let me put this one down first. That is a big old chunk of galena. Just heavy as all get out. That is insane. Big old chunk of, I believe it's called silver lead galena. That sucker is just heavy. And we got this guy. Gosh, that almost looks like a concretion, huh? Isn't that beautiful? Big old chunker of iron. I'm loving this bucket already. Holy cats, the heavies that are stuck in here. All right, let me go ahead and continue picking through that and see what else we got going on. All right, guys, the bucket is in the thing. I'm going to go ahead and knead that up with my meaty bits. There was a ton of clay up in there. So we're going to have to break it up a bit before she goes over there to the gold cube. So let's get her done. All right. Sweet. So, yep. Lots of clay. I mean, just good gobs and gobs of it. So we got something really good in here. I want to be sure I get it all. I may have to go through this with my blender just to get this to all come free. Then we're going to have to pan it carefully because I got still a bunch of rocky bits in here. So, boy, I can feel it. There's a lot of them. So, I'm going to continue getting this done, you guys. Oh yeah, this is bad. Oof. Who knows? Maybe we'll have to pan this out by hand. Oof. That's all I'm feeling up in here. That's what it kind of feels like. A lot of that greedy stuff. So, but we'll keep running it. We'll keep working this stuff down so I can get all the clays broke up. As you see, it's almost the consistency of chocolate milk. And I may have to take another shower after this. Alright guys, I'm going to dry off. And then I'll see you guys once I'm all done here on the gold cube. Oof. That is nasty, nasty, nasties. And we finally made it. There's our finished product. And we're going to go ahead, transfer that over into one of my bins, and then get ready to go on the gold cube. I'm just going to leave her just the way she is. I saw some stuff in there. Might be promising. I don't know. Fingers crossed, guys. Really am hoping so. That was a heck of a trip back to the truck. Let's hope there's some rewards up in that dirt. Alright guys, we're all set to rock and roll. I'm going to go ahead and get started here on our batch. Just a second here. I gotta get me some coffee. Ooh. I gotta wash my hands twice out of that muck. Holy cats, was there so much clay in there. Let's hope, guys, we got some good gold in here. Alright. So tonight I'm not playing around. I'm using me a 1/4 cup. We're just going to go ahead and just run it all natural in there like I'm out in the field. I'm not playing around. We're going to see how well we're going to catch it all today coming out of the hills. Here's the first scoop. Alright. We got a rocket in here. Let's go. Definitely seeing the galena. That's definitely in here. Yep, there's some galena. You can see that. There's a ton of that in here. Nope, I think I got one. First flake, alright. Oh, got a garnet. There's a garnet right there. Not so many heavy sands in there. I should have probably dug deeper. Should have dug a little deeper on this one. It's okay. I think we're going to return there once I get my Metamucil and everything else about me. Jesus. I felt like I was 90 years old after that trip. That was insane. Oh, something there just went down to the tray 1. I saw that. No biggies yet. Hopefully they're stuck in here. And we're just going to keep kicking butt on this. I'm super, super anxious to see what we got in here. Eager to see what we got. Oh, there's some black sands. Hey, all right. I was beginning to wonder whether there was any in there. Oh, got another. Right there. That's 2. Oh, got 3 here. There we go. Rock and roll. Oh, this already isn't a loser according to our standards as it is. Whew. Oh, there's a pretty Jenny one in here, Garnet. And just right up here, just kind of hanging out in the mat. Kind of neat. One, that one? Yeah, a chunk of copper. That might be a chunker. Yep, copper bit. It might be. Yep, there she went. Never mind. She's down here now. Alright. Already a winner. Micro bits right here. There's another. Yeah, there's like 2 or 3, 4 right there. Holy cats, look at this. Holy cats, we got something in here. Sweet. Worth that. My guy don't want to move. Let me get this out of here real quick and I'll be right back. Load there. Oh yeah, they are stuck like glue. Yeah. Oh wow. That's crazy. That sucker's just stuck. Oh. There he is. Yeah, there. Thank you. Sweet. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Both are in. Alright guys, I'll be back in just a moment here. I'm going to let you guys watch the box for a bit. I'm going to continue kicking out this sand. More coffee. Alright. Keep it going. These are healthy squirts too. I'm always afraid with such a tiny box like this that I'm overloading the booger. Don't ask me why, it's just a thing. Oh, there's another. Sweet. Let's hope she stays in here. This is looking real good. I'm liking this. We're going back. Oh, we're definitely going back. This time I'm going there for the 5-gallon pail bucket. Darn right. Where are you? Oh, more of that Galena. Goodness gracious. Who knows? This might have been the spot. I don't know. Gotta remember those stranger sands. This might be that spot. Boy, oh boy, is the Galena just popping out of the sand. Well, it makes sense. We had that big chunker sitting over there, guys. Ooh, what we got here? Got a picker, maybe? She went on down there. That's starting to look good. Starting to look good. I'm going to try getting you guys in a better position here. I'll zone you out. Oh, back the other way, Billy. There we go. There, now y'all can see my face. Alright. Kicking right along. Oh, I gotta wait. Hold on. I got me one right there. Ooh, that sucker's tight. Wow, what the heck is that? Yeesh. That was bright. I think if it's good like this down there, I'm going further up. Oh yeah. That was looking super juicy. This was a winner. All right. Well, I'm excited. We've had some bummer days during some recording some episodes. You guys will be seeing those in a bit. And some sad days indeed. This kind of makes up for it. I'm super stoked. Super stoked. There's another. There's another beautiful bit. Right there. Get your beautifulness down in there. Oh, you are so stoked. There we go. There we go. Wowza. Crazy. Alright. This is popping all up right in here. Ooh, I can't wait to see what's in here. If you guys are interested in getting one of these, this is the 4-stack deluxe from Gold Cube. Check them out on goldcube.net. I'll tell you what, I swear by this thing now. This thing rivals right up there with my 2-stage. Oh, I love this. This is absolutely incredible. Great for refining your cons. Perfect to pack on your back if you're going in some really bad spots. But you can't get something as big as what I got over there. It's relatively lightweight. Did I just see another? These flakes are no slouch. They're big ones. Oh, so right on down there. Yeah, sometimes you can't get all the gold, and that happened to us more than once. And I'd much rather show you guys that not every time we're out in the field or doing things like this, we're going to get lucky every time. I mean, we're still going at it, still learning our terrain, but we're dead on over here on this one. This would definitely make Brando smile. I guarantee when he sees this, he's going to be smiling. Oh my God. Yeah, that looks like silver leg galena. That is just blinding. Wow. Like I said, I took it down to 1/8 inch. Just let the gravels hang out in there, because who knows, there might have been a picker sitting in this bucket. As many places I'm seeing, hopefully there's one. Hopefully. See garnet. That garnet over here in the corner is just cleared out. Oh, come on now, no more dry spells. We're almost to the quarter of the bin. We're almost there. That looks interesting. Whatever that is. Oh, there it goes. That's some lead shot. That made it all the way down that hill. That's quite a hike up there. I've done it just without just grabbing anything. It's a beautiful place. Lots of wildlife there. Absolutely stunning. Gorgeous ferns all over the place. The rocks up there are covered all up with moss and different color lichens. It's gorgeous. Definitely a hidden gem there in Baraboo, for sure. That's another pink garnet. Oh, we're almost there, guys. There's just about that much left. So, getting there. Yeah, another piece of lead shot. Nothing visible anymore. Well guys, as soon as I get this done, I'll show you guys what's all sitting up here in the mini mat, and then we'll work on tray 1 in just a moment. Alright guys, we are down to the final bits. We're going to go ahead, get that over there into that gold cube. Let's hope there's a little bit more sitting up in here. And I'll show you guys all that here in just a moment. And there we have it, guys. One empty bin. Everything's all up in there. I'm going to give this about 2 to 3 minutes. I'm going to cut her down, check her mats, and see what kind of shiny we got in there. Alright guys, we're going to go ahead, let this sit for a bit. Try to give it some time to kind of get all the, drain off all the extra water. And then we're going to go ahead and check off these mats and see what we got. Oh yeah, this was a winner. Take a look at that, guys. Look at those. Now this is just strictly what I was picking off from the mini mat. Look at that big guy. He was stuck up in there pretty hard. Look at that bright one in there. Jeez. I am glistening there. Bunch of them in there. That's crazy. I can't wait to see what's all up here in tray 1, guys. And that's next, guys. Alright, guys. I'm going to go ahead now that everything's thoroughly cleaned up and drained. I'm going to go ahead, pop this tray 1, and we're going to see how much shiny we got in that booger. Alright guys, I just finally cleaned up trays 1 and the mini mat. And here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. You can hardly see it on the magnifier. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. 25, 26 colors. So I'm going to call that one a winner. And that's not including the ultra super fines that are also trapped up in this guy. I just cannot get out. I can see them with the jeweler's loop. And they're not a hammered flat style. They're kind of like a round beady stuff. So that was a winner. We're going to be doing tray 2 here just to see how much of that got trapped up in here in just a moment. There they are, guys, in our vial. We're going to go ahead, hit up trays 2 and 3. We're going to see how much is in those. Alright, guys, tray 2 definitely had some colors as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7. There's one way over here that was caught in a group. I can't seem to find it. So tray 3 is definitely going to have some too. So we're going to have a gander at that here in just a moment. And there they are. They're in there. We're going to go ahead and hit up tray 3 here. And let's see if we got any little fine ones in there. And here is tray 3. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 colors. And these are super fine, guys. I mean, good Lord. If it weren't for the camera, I wouldn't have been hardly able to see them. Alright, guys. We're going to go take a look at our rocks. I think we ended up with a 40 color day. It has been almost, oh gosh, close to a month since Brandon and I have come up with a 40 color day. Absolutely astounding. And after much work and much scrubbing, I think we did it. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and walk through these and show you a little something that we just found special in that guy. So here we go, guys. Here are all of our beautiful stones from our little haul from the bucket. Lots of agates, lots of iron. There's a beautiful stone right there, but just packed full of iron. There's a little concretion there for you. Just absolutely beautiful. Tons of agate, beautiful quartz up in there. And if you look there, that one's just speckled. And I've looked at that one a couple times in the good light, and that for sure has got glints of what looks to be gold. So, let's go ahead and start where I left off. This guy right here was chocked full of sand. And I can now confirm that this was some kind of calcite bearing bulk quartz or a jasper of some sort. Because as you see, there's holes all over in this sucker. So hydrothermal fluids had went through this and chewed it all up. As you can clearly see, you can also see here, that was a big giveaway right there, center of your screen. That is where you would see possibly a cube of calcite. And it was all up in this. So that was super cool. Now let me show you what was all in this rock all over the place. So we're going to take you over here to the pan. All of this junk was up in it. And then we ain't done yet. That guy right there has got a speck of gold in it. You can kind of see it right there at the top. My lighting's a little poor in this corner of the room, but it's right there at the top. and it's buried somewhat inside the quartz, just enough where you can see her with a jeweler's loupe. And there was just a bunch of black sands in there, and sorts of shiny galena. As you can see, there's two big silver pieces there. There's another. So there was a bunch of extra finds. This goes to show you guys, always wash your stones and then pan that stuff out. You'll never know what you're going to find in it. So next we're going to go ahead and go look at our lava stone here. And boy, oh boy, was this guy a ruffian. He took a sledgehammer, and oh my goodness, this sucker is super dense, and you can see the crystal formations are super tight in there. So this will definitely be a good crusher, and it does appear that we might have some kind of gold in there or some kind of dense material. So this will be a good crusher. And then we got ourselves our sandstone iron mix. This is another one that I was discussing with you guys. So this definitely appears to be some kind of, gosh, you know, iron and sometimes certain kinds of lavas very much so look similar. But then again, as I was looking at this, you see those cubes? So this has got to have some kind of either zircon, or that could very well be iron in its mineral state. So that's super cool. I can't wait for this to dry off, and we're going to go ahead and do a magnet test on that. And I wash this off some more so it's far better. You guys can see all the rings on there. Isn't it gorgeous? And it seriously looks like somebody just turned around and cut a slice off a stump and then fossilized it. That absolutely is stunning. And then we cleaned up this specimen. Gosh, my heart's still sitting on possibly like a picture jasper, but there's something else in it. And I may have to get some expert opinion on it just to see what we got. And of course we got our iron stone over here. There's another one. There's another chunk. Here is that dirty piece of galena. And I tried everything. I tried a toothbrush. I tried some of my super fine brushes on it. And you can kind of see how it sheens right there. And then, of course, I got a couple more iron nuggies that come out of there. Wash this up a little bit more better. You can kind of see now that is amethyst. Chunks of amethyst that's hanging out in there. Boy, oh boy. Wished I would have been able to catch that sucker. And then, of course, we got ourselves this piece of gneiss. And I'm going to crush this, of course. It does look like to be pyrite, so I was somewhat deceived. But that doesn't mean anything. There could very well be gold in here. Pyrite and all sorts of heavies, they like to hang out with each other. And of course I can't forget our 40 plus colors of gold. Oh. Finally I get to sit down. Oh. That was quite an adventure. 40 plus color day, beautiful stones, and a few surprises as well. I'm alright with that. So guys, you gotta tell me what you think. Think this would be a place well worthwhile going back to? Yep, I'm thinking so. So, if you like today's video, please be sure to hit that like button. If you're new to our channel, please be sure to subscribe. Hit that notification button. And feel free to leave us a comment below. Until next time, guys, my name is William, and I'll see you guys next time.